Hey, it's Castor. Here with an announcement, or not really an announcement. This is a new series we're working on, developing. We've been getting a lot of questions recently, more about the channel, things that have been going on there. And we decided we'd start our own, kind of just channel-focused Q&A. And I'm thinking of calling it, like, Channel Accepted, which is kind of bad. Or I was thinking maybe, like, Quack, which is short for Question Attack. You know, you put them together and it's like, hey, that's pretty great. Or it's bad, I know. I couldn't come up with anything great. And I need that quickly. So, we're working on a name. If you've got a better one, leave a comment and maybe we'll use that. Because right now I got nothing at all. It's kind of bad. So, you know, be on the lookout for some more progress on that. But Af will still be doing the typical Q&A that she's got, focusing more on personal questions. And I'll be helping her out with that when I can. But for the most part, I'll be focusing on this. And Seicha will probably be helping out every so often. He may do an installment later on. We're not sure. So keep sending questions and comments because we really appreciate it. And it helps us know what you guys are thinking. So without much more to do, we'll just move on to brass tacks. Focusing mostly right now on Pokemon, Iron and Coal. Because we get a lot of comments on that. And most of them focus on how frequently we can put out an episode. So we'll just start with that. And I know a lot of you have heard it, but it bears repeating. So I'm sorry for those of you that know. But we can't do it as often as everyone would like. I mean, they want it every day, which is a lot. That's a lot. I can't do that's really demanding. So I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. But Dom and I are the only ones working on it. And we don't have... It just takes up a lot of time and effort. And we're lucky if we get 2 done a week. Really. And it's great when we do. I think that's amazing. And we may try and do that later on, but still... We're working out some things and trying to streamline the whole process. So... We'll let you know if we get much better. You'll see that there'll be more Iron and Coal episodes about. Another question we've been getting a lot is regarding the download for the map that we're using. And currently, I can say that we will have the map up for download, but not yet. Dom and I are hoping that we can really finish the story we want to tell before we share it with everybody. The map, I mean. We want to share the story, that's why we're doing this, but it's not ready yet. It's not complete, and before we give it out, we'd like to make sure that we've got something that is distinctly complete and there and has the character that we want to give it. So, I'm sorry, but the wait on that is going to have to be there for a while. And when we've got more updates on it or more info, we'll let you know. Don't worry. But until then, we'll just keep plugging away and making the story as best we can. Other things in Iron and Coal that we've been getting some questions on relate to Cole Green. Mostly like who does his bad jokes, or who does his voice. And Cole Green is actually voiced by a friend of mine. When we started the series, Dom and I wanted to bring in some diversity with the voices and just get some more interesting and dynamic interactions. And so for the role of Cole Green, who's basically, the rival, as it were, or the Gary Oak kind of thing, we decided we would just bring in someone else for this and hopefully bring some new color to what's being told. And so we'll see how it goes. He's doing a good job. I like his work, but there's not a lot of him in the series just yet, which is also a shame, and we're hoping to give him more time. Cole Green, I mean. We're hoping to give Cole Green some more time. As far as his bad jokes go, I totally mastermind that. That is 100% my thing. And actually, that's sort of how the breakdown in the whole series goes, is Dom does a lot of the technical work, and the building, and the planning, and actually, he does pretty much everything, because he also does some of the dialogue writing, but I do primarily dialogue. That's all I really do. He takes care of a lot of the layout. I take care of the characters. And Cole Green is one of mine. And yes, Cole Green's jokes are awful. They're abysmal. They're so bad, but I love how bad they are. And there's actually sort of a reason for this. A method to the madness, if you will allow the term. But it's that Cole Green is supposed to be this naive kind of kid who thinks that that's what being tough is. And he's just trying to go with that. So he's got this idea, but he doesn't really understand what it means. And that's where these insults and jokes come out, where he's just trying to be tough, but he's really just a naive kid. And I'm hoping that that will eventually come across, that when we give more time to Cole Green, that he will have more chance to develop. And I think it'll get really interesting with him, if I can do it right. And we'll see. I don't know. But keep watching that, because I'm hoping it'll get really, really interesting. And yeah, I'm glad everyone seems to really like Iron and Coal. It's great. We love making it. It's one of our most enjoyed series that we've got, because there's so much interesting interaction going on. Moving on to some other topics, we've been getting some questions about Minecon, or if we're going to any conventions. As far as Minecon goes, we are not going to Minecon. Actually, we all talked early in the year and decided that we'd probably go to PAX Prime. But that's mostly because by the time we decided that PAX East was just going on and we didn't really get our act together, so we didn't go. So PAX Prime is what we're going to be doing, which is coming up in just a few weeks. And I am pumped for that. There's going to be such amazing stuff going on. And the guys who did the game Gunpoint are going to be there, and that game is hands down amazing. The writing in that is just killer. Hilarious. If you haven't played Gunpoint, highly recommend it. Play the demo. Just play the demo. After that, it doesn't matter, because you pretty much, well, you can buy it, and I recommend doing that too. Sorry, I also recommend buying the game, because it's great. But play the demo, and you get a real good feel for the whole motivation behind that thing. It's just great. A lot of cool people are going to be there. I'm really pumped, because it's actually my first con. I've never been to one. Dom and Af and Sage have all been to one, but not me. I just never really thought about it. So that's something that I think is going to be outstanding, and I'll let you guys know how it goes, because it should be pretty freaking amazing. Now, the next and last thing I wanted to talk about was just some stuff that we've got coming up down the line. As some of you may have noticed, we finished up Borderlands 2 recently, and we'll be finishing up Dead Space 3 real soon as well. That should be probably coming out later this week, actually. So if you're waiting for us to finish that, which has taken a while, it'll be there. So don't worry. You can be rest assured that it'll be there, because I know everyone was really concerned about it. Apart from that, Dom, actually, as I am speaking right now, Dom is working on Hexxit, doing a bunch of crazy wizard stuff, I think. Or not. He actually hasn't told me. He just keeps dropping weird hints, so I don't really know what's going on there. So we may or may not be doing something with Hexxit. Depends. On top of that, Sachel is actually messing around with ideas for Cube World, because we'd like to get a series started on that. And that game looks great. And I'm mad that Sachel and Af haven't asked me to play with them yet, because they're having too much fun. Because it looks really, really, really fun, actually. And so maybe Cube World will be coming up, which would be a really neat thing to have. Or at least I really just want to play it, because it looks great. And I also just want to punch Pokemon in the face. How cool is that? They punch well, they kill them, like stab them. But you get the idea. Sometimes you just want to do that. Man. And so, that's a lot of the stuff we've got coming up. We also, I have to mention this, we got like one or maybe two questions asking if we were doing a Final Fantasy XIV video or anything like that. And yes, we're all really big Final Fantasy fans, so there was no way we weren't going to do one, but we're probably just going to do one or two and see how it goes. If you really like it, then we'll do more, but we're just having fun, and it's something that means a lot to us. We played the original Final Fantasy XIV, which was abysmal. I don't recommend that, which is good because you can't play it anymore. But for us, this was kind of it's a big thing. That's actually how I know Sachel, is through 14. I met him through Af and Dom, playing 14. And so it's just one of those things. So hopefully that'll go well, or at least you guys will like it. And oh, I forgot, Saints Row 4 will be coming out soon, and we totally have plans for that too. Keep an eye out, because on launch day, we plan on just releasing a bunch of episodes. And it looks like that game is going to be crazy good. And we're all really pumped for that, because it's just ruckus. 100%. And apart from that, we really don't have any other projects going on. But the Saints Row stuff looks really great. I am excited, especially for that saxophone thing. So that pretty much wraps it up over here. I hope you guys liked the first installment of whatever we're calling this. I'm not sure. Castor's Quack Attack. Quack. No, Castor. No. See, no, I got nothing. It's all bad. I tried. I really did, guys. Which is kind of disappointing and sad. So, I don't have a sign-off phrase yet. So, stay out of trouble? Or don't stay out of trouble. Get into trouble. But don't tell anyone that I told you to do that. Because I don't want to be held responsible. Yeah. So, keep that a secret. And keep up the good work. See you guys.